Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to continue with the mini series of the child one and the Pinnacle study. And today we have the child one number 4 for the first stage in life. So it represents the twisted energy of the Pinnacle number 4. But first, as every time, I give you the main positive energy of this number of Pinnacle, which is related to Saturnian energy, number 4. For those who are familiar with the tarot cards, it's the Emperor. So it represents discipline, order, foundation. During this Pinnacle, life provides you with the opportunity to create stability and build a solid foundation for your future. You will gain the ability to persevere through your challenges and overcome the obstacles that you face in life. And this Pinnacle during this time also will help you to be organized, disciplined, and focused so you can achieve your goals and make something of your life, providing you work, hardworking, which the number 4 is hard work, is effort. It's represented by an ant in the animal numerology and square and the sacred geometry, and have a good work ethic and a positive mindset, dedicating yourself to the job at hand and finish what you start. And there's a high potential for happiness and success. So basically, if we have this Pinnacle number 4 in the first stage in life, which turns into a child wound number 4, because as a child you cannot use this energy of the 4. You're just growing up, so you won't work, you won't do ethics, you won't have a positive mindset, etc. So it plays against us, and it's Saturnian, so it's basically looking to be in control of your life, the motto for this Pinnacle, that you have to heal. So in time, when you get older, you grown up, you attain consciousness, you have to heal this energy, looking to be in control of your life. Okay, basically. So, well, this child in this Pinnacle was lacking or lack of any healthy guidance for self-development, leaping stages during his childhood as a child himself, of course, and he was pushed to become older and mature before his time. So this child grew into a very excessive, rigid, and lack of nurturing and care, loving family, with tons of limitations for a child, for his age, for his child development, because he was pushed to grow up before his time, to become adult when he was a child. So this child developed some kind of self-incarceration due to the lack of emotional guidance and support. The child also must fulfill a certain role in the family of origin due to the prejudice and guilt as a core motive of this family. And that motive got stuck, anchored into his child's unconscious mind, and turns on every time, switch off every time this child, or as a grown-up, of course, it's about to trespass those limits pre-established from the original family. And so these prejudice and guilt from being himself are very strong unconsciously. And in essence, the family was extremely rigid and structured, not having any room for play for this child. So they didn't allow him to be a child, basically. It was very controlling, Saturnian, with all the members, of course. And this child was also exposed to tense situations between its members, like fights, screams, and things like that. So basically, to heal this pinnacle, this wound number 4, when this child is reached a stage of maturity, and in a sense of maybe turning adolescence and teenager, young adulthood, and do the inner work, this child will have to need to break free from the rigid old structures imposed to him, either imposed to him or imposed by himself, to as a mode of shield, of protection during his childhood, attaining conscious and conscience, self-awareness, and build his own world, his own freedom, his own way of behavioral patterns from a healthy state of mind, and breaking this incarceration, of course. So he has to learn to accept change also, because to square the number 4, it's very rigid as Saturnian. It avoids and rejects any type of change. So he has to become flexible with himself. So learn to accept change and to let die the old to build anew from a clean state of mind with more flexibility for himself. That way the child will be able to break free from the emotional incarceration, of course. So this incarceration imposed by his own self as a mode of self-defense mechanism unconsciously. Basically, he'll have to do a checkmate to the old abusive kin and walk over him. Metaphysically, this child will die to reborn like a phoenix. It's a cycle of death of the old to rise from his own ashes and become a new being. And this is gonna happen each time he crossed these trespass, these boundaries set up, by the family of origin in his conscious mind, each time until he mastered for good in his life, and he heals, he overcome all these structures, rigidity, and become more flexible with his own self and reconnect with his inner child, because the number 4, it's disconnected from the inner child. It's way too rigid. It has to lose the structure to break the rigid lines and the rigid patterns, to create gaps in between being an adult and responsible and mature, and also have time for being like a child, like he was not allowed to be in his own time. So this is really, really important for the healing process, and to look to be in control of his own, and don't avoid looking to the patterns pre-established by the family of origin and even relatives or people that are around him, that may be also vibrating in this energy, Saturnian energy, where things have to be done the way it used to be done, because my mother said, or my grandma used to do it this way, breaking all those pre-established limited beliefs. Okay, so basically this is the wound number 4, and if you resonate with this number in your first stage in life, it's important that you believe in yourself and the power that you have to be able to control your life as the emperor that controls his own doing, and thinking and acting with total coherence. So that's it, and wish you all the best. Thanks for watching. Thanks.